Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. Today we're gonna be talking about Uzuhiko and how it works. I got a theory on how Boruto obtained it and potential weaknesses. Maybe if Damon can counter it. First off, let's see what Uzuhiko really means. So the first kanji in Uzuhiko actually means universe and represents the world and all that's in it. And then the third kanji actually means young man or boy, which is referring to Boruto. I've seen other translations that point to it being swirling lad, which I think is more accurate because if you add the Rasengan, Uzuhiko all together, it's just making the opponent feel the rotation of the earth. Another theory I saw on Reddit is that it could refer to the god Shinatsuhiko, long blowing lad, which is the god of wind, also known as Fujin. I think Boruto's main thing is like wind nature, so I see Uzuhiko really like putting it to the maximum. Okay, onto how Rasengan Uzuhiko actually works. So basically it's like whatever comes in contact with Boruto when he activates this Rasengan, it gets affected immediately, and basically it'll put you into a dizzy stance like forever until the planet stops rotating. When Boruto first uses his ability, Code literally just grabs his arm, but the Uzuhiko swirls actually go onto his arm and travel onto him, and he's already half affected. And then when he finishes him off with a Rasengan Uzuhiko fully with his hand and pushes into him, that's when he's like completely affected. When Code gets the swirls on his arm, he starts to attack Boruto, but it seems like Boruto is dodging his attacks, but actually he's really not. Code is literally attacking him with inaccurate attacks because of his dizziness, and he'll just get pushed out of the way. After Boruto hits him with the full attack, Code starts to see this Vortex type shape, which I think it's like referring to the title of the whole manga, Two Blue Vortex. I think this has a little connection to that. But yeah, he starts seeing this vortex that spirals around like it's like a genjutsu almost. I think the way that Boruto obtains this is through some Otsutsuki Shinjutsu that he applies to the Rasengan itself. I think Momoshiki might have taught it to him, or Toneri. I think Kashin Koji helps him somehow get this ability, but I don't know how he would have that in general. I think the reason Boruto went out of his way to get this ability is because of Sasuke's defeat at the hands of Code and him turning into a tree. It made him realize that he was weak and that he couldn't defeat Code without a special Otsutsuki ability that he's been avoiding. This kind of connects to the nature versus nurture aspect of Dragon Ball Z that Kishimoto is heavily inspired by, so I think that he applied that to Boruto's character too, and Boruto's accepting that he needs the Otsutsuki's abilities to defeat Code and protect the ones that he loves. The potential weaknesses of Uzuhiko could be that it's draining the planet's chakra, or that you can only use it on one person at a time. So if Boruto uses it on Code, he can't use it on anybody else until Code dies or he rescinds Uzuhiko off of him. Something interesting that Kashin Koji said at the end of the chapter was that, "Are you trying to destroy this planet?" part. And I think that it's a misconception in that everybody thinks it's Uzuhiko that's destroying the planet. But I think it's just that Boruto himself, giving himself up to become the divine tree to those Shinju, would have destroyed the planet. So I think that's what he was referring to. So could Damon counter this with his reflection? I think that he can, because he was not impressed by Uzuhiko whatsoever. He just said that it was making the earth rumble a little bit, but he just laughed it off, and like he knew exactly what was going on. So I don't know if he's actually impressed by it or not. Rasengan Uzuhiko is definitely busted as fuck, and I think that it could actually pose a threat to like Jigen or Ishiki level threats. And to be honest, it's like this is just the beginning too, because like Boruto hasn't even used his karma seal yet. He hasn't even shown his eye or Jogan, so this could just get even more powerful as we get further into the series. The best route to go with this, I think, would be to have a backstory of Boruto training with Toneri on the moon, because like that would make the most sense for a busted ass ability like this, because Toneri is actually an Otsutsuki and you need Otsutsuki help, which I don't think he's gonna get from Momoshiki at all. Truly, I don't know how Kawaki and Code are gonna catch up to Boruto, so I think the next few chapters are gonna be focused mainly on them training or getting abilities or obtaining abilities in order to catch up to Boruto. But that's kind of far-fetched too, but I'm just hoping that they give more development to Code and Kawaki. One more thing that they could do with Uzuhiko is that Boruto can like apply the swirls onto his sword and use the sword while fighting, and that would make it even more cool. Like it would actually like play into Boruto's Kenjutsu aspect. Essentially, Uzuhiko is literally applying the rotation of a Rasengan onto a person. It's continuing the iconic history of the Rasengan and how big of a role it's played in Naruto and now in Boruto. Alright guys, just wanted to make a quick video on Uzuhiko before the next chapter. I might drop one more discussion video before chapter 5. We'll have to see about that, but hope y'all have a blessed day. Peace.